We've been in business for 16 years and have never paid for advertising or marketing, with the exception of a few wedding expos that we went to when we used to film weddings in our first year of business. There are 4 things we have learned when it comes to building up fans who will market for us. Let's talk about it. Okay, story time. Here's how lingerie, our unfiltered friend Tasha, and a vacuum shows the power of building raving fans. Every week we do our review, and in a recent review, we added a new project. And when we're adding new projects, that means we're gonna have less time in other places. So we try to streamline things. A lot of our time is spent in cleaning, like vacuuming and mopping and so on, especially with 2 6-year-olds around in the house. um, and so one place we decided where we could save time is in that vacuum and mopping. And we thought, well, what if we decided to get a robo vacuum? Getting a robo vacuum could mean that we could run it while we're at the gym. That way, when we get back, the mopping and the vacuuming would be all done. We're big on research. So of course, we looked up everything we could on robo vacuums, and the facts and everything about it was all over the place. There were the different brands, different versions, and even the pricing was just, again, all over the place. As we were doing our research, Eugene actually remembered one of our friends, Tasha, who actually had posted a video recently about the pretty lines that she had a vacuum and it made pretty lines on the floor and her dog kept running by messing it up. And we know that she has good taste. She's a photographer, by the way, and she hired us a few years ago to do boudoir photos for her. So we are all on the same page as far as things that we may all like, and she's unfiltered. So we know, like, if we reach out to her, she's gonna tell us the truth. So we did just that, and it ended up being a Eufy or Eufy. I'm still kind of not sure. I'm not sure which way you say that. Let's go with Eufy. So it's a Eufy version 10. There's a lot more words that go in between the Eufy and the 10, and I can't remember. Let's just go with 10. And it was actually about $500 more than what we had planned on spending. We've been so happy with the new vacuum so far. And because of that, we're going to trust Tasha's judgment even more for anything that comes in the future that we may ask of her. Yeah, we're going to trust her more. And even Eufy now, we are going to recommend them to everybody we can. So the takeaway from that story, we ended up spending way more just because Tasha spoke so highly of it. So if you want to build up fans who will market your product or service for you, here's how you do it. Focus on one person, client, or customer at a time. We all want 100 clients, but it's important to start with the 1, 5, 10 clients you have right now. Your current and past clients are talking about you now. What are they saying? Next, leave people better than you found them. Whether somebody buys from you or not, you've got to leave them feeling better than when they found you. We've had people just flat out say, I can't afford you. And instead of just turning them away because they couldn't afford us, we've given them steps to help them with whatever they're trying to hire us for. Like, hey, take these few steps, like maybe you can, do this for yourself. And then actually later on down the road, when they could afford to hire us, who do you think they remembered and came back to and then hired? Us, because they remembered that we were actually trying to help them. They remember that feeling. Next, you've got to have a good product or service. You can't just have a crappy product or service and expect something from that. And lastly, make things right if you mess something up. We're not perfect. If we mess something up, we go in and try to fix it. It's about having integrity. So if you want to build fans who will market your product or service for you, focus on one person, client, or customer at a time. Leave people better than you found them. Actually have a good product or service and make things right if you mess things up. If you're a fan of this video, let us know by hitting the subscribe button.